Good morning.
Good morning! How are you?
What a great first face to see in the morning.
I know, right? That's exactly how I feel.
How's life?
Oh, it's great. How about you?
It's going okay. If you hear stomping, it's because my upstairs upstairs neighbors, not elephants, walk around like elephants.
Hey, I totally get it. We actually, before you called it, during my Zoom meeting, I realized there's I think they're trying to flatten the road behind us. So they're just dragging I don't know what you even call it.
Yeah.
Whatever. So if you hear gravel, there's actually a tractor behind my house right now.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah. How is quarantine for you?
It's been pretty good. I haven't done a lot. I just basically get up every day. I go for a hike with my roommate and my friends meet us, but we walk separate. And then come home. I've been cooking a lot, which has been cool.
Yes.
And we've been watching a lot of movies. That's really it. I haven't accomplished a whole lot of anything. So, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost think that's great too. I the space a lot to just I've done teaching stuff, a lot of online certifications and stuff. But at this, I've been you know what, cook more. So I've been making homemade bread. I told my mom, I was I'm who am I right now?
Yeah.
You know, having a blast with my kids. So cooking a ton with them and playing outside, which we wouldn't have done if I was working. You know?
Right.
So I'm totally with you. Are there lots of masked hikers with you, or are you guys free to roam?
So we don't do the trails, the popular LA Instagram trails, basically all closed. So we, for the most part, have been doing the neighborhood that's around the trail because it's still really hilly and you can still actually get a workout. But we don't really see. We see maybe 10 people the whole time we're there. But nobody gets up on you, but we've started now. You are required to wear a mask, if you leave your house.
So fun,
right? Trying to go up a hill with a mask over your face. I don't mean to complain, but it is I'm huffing.
Yeah. When they first opened the gyms back up, they were make sure your treadmill's 12 feet apart from other people that are working out because of how tough. And I was you cannot work out with a mask. That's just not
yeah. Yeah. What are the restrictions around you now?
So, I think it's pretty much CDC guidelines, 6 feet, wear a mask. We do have to have the mask covering on, but every time I go out, I feel I don't see very many people with masks. We all have fabric ones, but I went to TJ Maxx past weekend and I wore my mask. There were people in there without them, and you still have hula hoop violators. They're rolling up on you, and you're
I know.
Do not get close to me. So, I would say I'm in a pretty small town here. We only have 100 people. So I would say everyone here is pretty respectful of those guidelines, and all of us wear masks. But if you look out my window, there's tons of people exercising and biking. It's kind of when we grew up. It's totally back. Everyone's outside playing, people are grilling, so it's kind of nice. I've enjoyed being with my family. I obviously miss my school kids and having that consistency of a job, but I'm just embracing it and being super thankful that we have had very fortunate circumstances.
Totally. How was the transition from work, from being actually in the space to being at home?
It was very chaotic first, and now it just feels I'm kind of just waiting to see what next year is going to be like.
Yeah.
Because it's summertime starting the 26th for us. But that first bit super hard. Do we record lessons? And then internet issue here. We're very rural Delta, so I pay for internet. I don't have internet. You know. That part was really hard, and realizing that I'm not going to see my students every day was super hard. And I teach seniors, and I've had those seniors the 8th grade. So that I think was one of the hardest things. Was I'm not going to be with them through all their lasts as seniors.
Yeah.
But other than that, we've been so blessed. We still salary jobs. Like, we are still working. It's just from home. So, I mean, as much as it was a challenge, like, I'm super thankful that I had that challenge.
Is your husband also working from home?
So he's actually a banker. So he has been working at the bank since day one of all of it.
Wow.
And had to be like the spray down, you know, when he gets like, take off your shoes, or like,
right.
yeah, their bank is closed and they have to like do appointment only. So he's been super lucky too. But yeah, he's a banker, so he has not stopped at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you what's the hardest part of having your kids 24 hours a day with just basically your space?
Yeah, I think the hardest part is like having to explain to them like there probably won't be a beach trip. Like there won't be times like we can go to your friend's house. Like they go to daycare occasionally. Like they're there today. I have like several Zoom meetings and webinars and stuff. But like the hardest part is like no sleepovers and like we like Noah's birthday coming up and I'm like we may not have a birthday party like you want. You know.
And they're at the age where they can kind of understand.
Yeah. Right. And they're kind of like, wait, my birthday's supposed to be like a pool party. Like, why are we having a pool party, you know? And I'm like, we can have one. It's just going to be like the blue pool from Walmart, you know?
Hey, that's a party.
Yeah, it is. Like, we've like hooked ours up already. Like, we're having the time of our lives, you know? But I would say like that's definitely the hardest part is just like kind of explaining what's going on without them fully understanding and like, mommy has to wear a mask now and like mommy has to get on a phone call but like she's still working. It's kind of it's kind of hard for them to get that, but I mean they love the fact that I'm home all the time.
I bet.
All the cool snacks and stuff, and I'm sure every mom out there right now is like I've never seen my grocery bill so high, so like add respect to everyone like throwing up bills right now because
oh my gosh, I know, but the grocery store is so dangerous. Like the more I'm in there like looking for stuff to make at home, the more I'm like I could make that, or like I could need 2 bags of chips, like you know what I mean. It is a tricky place.
It is, and we have Walmart pickup here, so I've seen that a lot.
Okay.
But like it's been difficult because so many of the items that you request, like you end up not being able to get, or they like I told my mom I did like I love Walmart pickup. Don't get me wrong, but like we got like hamburger buns I think last week, and they were like, oh, we had to do a substitution. Like they didn't have Wonder Bread, got great value, and I was like, okay. And like got all the way home. It's like a 45-minute drive, and I had like hot dog buns in it, and I was like, hamburger buns, hot dog buns.
That is a substitution.
It was. And our sloppy joes were like amazing, and hot dog buns, highly recommend it. But also just like I feel like it makes minor adjustments. Like don't care to go in the store. Like we have like we will buy them constantly because we know it's like so much smaller, and like we know the people that are in there, you know.
Right. But, you're 45 minutes away from Walmart?
Yes. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's like crazy, right?
Are you near a Target?
No, that is an hour away.
Wow.
Yeah. So like lots of online shopping happening, and when Amazon like started to shut down and be like, it's going to be a month before you can get them, like, oh no.
Yeah.
We have a Dollar General in town, and then we have a little city market grocery store. So like we have supplies here, but it's, I mean, you can't just like go walk around Target just for fun, you know? Like,
I do miss that for sure. An hour, that's crazy.
Yeah, you should like totally come visit. Mom, you know my mom, like she here, she's just like, it is literally Mary. It is the best.
I love that though. Like, I mean, you cannot, I'll swap anytime. LA is like too crazy. Too crazy for me. What do you think you've learned about yourself the most through like this craziness?
I feel like there are like a lot of things in general, but I would say like the biggest thing for me is like the things that I thought I had to have. Like I feel like I don't have to have those things. Like I mean, I'm not really like a full on diva. Like don't go get my thing like that. But like. I totally love going around and like going to TJ Maxx or Walmart or wherever and just like going to shop, like get a cup of coffee and just like walk around. And I will leave Target with so many things that like, I mean, I probably haven't touched it,
right.
You know? So like this has really taught me like be like really aware of like the things that you have to have, you know? And I would say that I've totally embraced like family time and realized like it's not hard to go outside and swing for 2 or 3 hours, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm totally lost with my kids, and like I think we've just really embraced like the little things, which I know sounds super cliche, but like I mean, we get outside and like look at bugs and dig for worms and stuff. And I genuinely think I would have done that if I was working. But now that I have the time and the space to like get nasty and like dig in the dirt with them, like I think those are the moments that I'll cherish the most.
Yeah, totally.
Like, yeah.
And lastly, what are you most excited to do once this is over and you can return to some sort of normalcy?
You know, it's really funny that you asked that because I think about that all the time.
I think everybody does.
Yeah. Like we say all the time with our family, like we just want to go to a Chinese buffet again, you know. But like, I don't know if that's even going to be an option ever.
Right. I know.
Yeah. So I think right now, like I think getting back to like that whole routine, but also continuing to do the things that like I've learned to embrace now. You know, like I'm really excited to go back to the classroom, but also like still making dinner with my kids.
Yeah.
You know. Those are the kind of things that like I want to get back to, but also like kind of just want to stay in this world just a little bit longer, just because of the time I get with my babies, because they're so little.
There definitely is like a weird sense of like it's like I almost don't want it to be over because like we have a break. When are we ever going to have a break like this ever again? But then sometimes I feel guilty for feeling that way. Because it's like, it's horrible, but it's like, I do like sitting on my couch sometimes. Like,
like have the excuse of like you're gonna binge 6 hours of Netflix. You know, like
you'll never have that again.
No, not at all.
God willing, like.
I know, right? Well, yeah, that is like totally me right now. So, and I think it's like a whole thing. Like from what and people I've talked to, like the anxiety normal is like a really big thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know how to be a full human again. Like I'm kind of like, do I have to wear makeup ever again? Like, oh.
Yeah, no. That, I mean, of course, when you go out, like I go out, I have a hat on and my mask on, like you're just seeing this. It's been great though because it covers my double chin.
Right? No. Okay. Stop it. Because the other thing that covers is your smile. Like.
Okay, it is weird when you smile at people, but see, people have expressive eyes. You can still tell, but it's like I know exactly what you mean. You're like. When we hike and people say good morning, sometimes you don't really say good morning back. You just sort of like grin, but then it's like,
yes,
like you look insane.
Yes, that is literally. I'm like trying to train myself to like heighten my eyebrows more.
Wrong, walk around like.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like I think most of us are probably have to wear them when we go back to work. Like how do you like? We're gonna train eyes or express. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Everybody's gonna have forehead wrinkles.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So, Cox is so excited. Like like yes, we're about to make big.
Allison, I love you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you reached out, and I'm so glad to see you. And the next time we're on it is Bojangles time. It's down.
I miss it so much. I will say, somebody gave me the little sauce, the little what's it called? You know, like the Cajun seasoning. It's not the same.
Is it really not?
I don't know. I didn't like it. It doesn't taste like. Maybe it's just the way they're cooking it versus how I would cook things. But like,
really sad because every time I'm like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I won't do that now. I'll just.
Well, maybe you probably know how to cook better than me, so maybe you should try it. And it is only like $1. So.
Okay. Well, maybe we can like make the commitment that we'll focus on making really good Cajun chicken, and that'll be our quarantine goal now.
Okay.
Yeah, or Bo-Berry biscuits, one or the other.
Oof, yum. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love you. I'll talk to you later.